touch on how you incorporated faith into your own systems when you were competing and how it's literally on the name of your guys' business, Iron Faith, how you
Yeah.
incorporated faith or a higher projection of self into your business model.
Yeah. And I think like for me, it's when I'm younger, it's not, when I was younger, it's not as hard to be motivated without faith. Like if my brother says, "Hey, I want you to win a state title or something. I want you to go get after get the best wrestler ever." I don't necessarily I didn't necessarily need the faith. But as I started getting older and my brain started developing and I'm like, well, "Why am I really even doing this?" And I think you need a purpose in your life. You 100% need a purpose in your life. You know what I mean? If you don't have a purpose behind what you're doing, then it's very tough to motivate yourself to do it. Like if it logically doesn't make sense or you don't actually can't connect the dots of why am I wrestling? Why am I putting a full effort into these things? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And for me, I'm a Christian, right? And my purpose was representing who God wants me to be in front of everybody so that when people saw my life, they would look and go, like, what's going on with this guy? What does he have? Why is he maybe more calm or, you know, whatever the reason might be? I'm trying to essentially project or trying to be as good of a Christian as I can so that other people around me can see that and it can draw them to Christ. Essentially was was my purpose. So with wrestling, I'm like, okay, one, I love it. I love wrestling and there's like obviously worldly purposes behind things, right? Getting a scholarship or, whatever. It's part of my college trying to go um get a degree and all that stuff. But my purpose is like, listen, this is my community right now. My teammates are my community. I'm here for them, and I need to represent Christ to this community right here, to my friends, my teammates at Drexel. And part of that, so in order to represent Christ well, I have to do the I have to represent myself well and do certain things, right? I have to work hard. I have to not complain. I have to not argue. I have to, try not to be a hypocrite. Obviously, I'm going to fail on a lot of things, but I got to try not if I'm saying something, I got to keep my word. Right? I got to be there. I got to be kind. I got to be there for my teammates if they need me. So, my bigger purpose at the end of the day is I'm grateful to God for saving my life from eternal hell, essentially. And I am, as a result, trying to live my life for Him and help all these people around me know Him. And I know how much God's helped me with a lot of the things I've dealt with, reading the Bible, going to church, stuff like that. I know He's helped me with my anger, with even my purpose in general. With, like I said, when you don't have a purpose, you feel lost. You're like, why am I doing these things in the first place? Why does it even matter if I make money or am successful or whatever, right? I think some people may not need it. I think most people do though. So that's kind of my personal thing with that. So I was, running Bible studies throughout college and, you know, I wanted to help my teammates in any way I can. I know some people, if they needed it, I wanted to be there for them, help them, give them any advice I think I knew, and guide them in the right direction. And then as far as coaching now, like you said, our name is Iron Faith, and part of it is just so people know, like, listen, this is what we believe in. But the other side of it is, hey, we're not out here um saying you have to be a Christian to wrestle with us or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our our point is just like, this is what we believe. We want people to know that. Just like when I was at Drexel, you kind of probably knew the same thing, right? I'm not running around like smacking people upside the head with the Bible or something like that. after I take somebody down and whack them with a Bible in the head or something. But I want people to know the type of person I am, and it also helps me to stay accountable. If I'm rocking Iron Faith, and I it's another incentive to keep myself to a high standard. If this is what the business is too. It's like, how do I treat my customers? You know what I mean? Like, if Iron Faith has a bad reputation, that's not good in multiple ways. Not just for the business, but because of my beliefs, the owner's beliefs. It's also, you know, not a good representation of Christ, I would say. So that's kind of with that. And we do push a hard belief on the kids. Like, you got to believe in yourself. Again, we're not necessarily pushing Christianity or anything like that, but we want these kids to believe in themselves, because you have a lot of kids that come in that are just like, they've never believed they can do anything. They don't even know, like, most times they can't even like fathom what a big, like, having a big goal, like a big dream. Like, they can't even picture like outside of their local elementary school, especially if they're young. They're like, what do you mean? Like, I've just been playing like local sports, and I only have like five friends I even know. What do you mean I could do something big with my life? So I think pushing these kids with the belief and the faith that they can do amazing things is big. And I think at the end of the day, like, having a purpose behind what you do, and the stronger the purpose is, the more you can pull from that too. So if you're in a hard workout, even if it's simple as like the goals and stuff like that, the more you have a reasoning behind what you're doing, the more you can pull from it when you need it. When you're going through a hard workout, when you're going through a tough time, with your personal life, you can reflect on, why am I doing this? And if it's a weak purpose, or if it's no purpose at all, it might be tough to withstand that. You might just give up. So I think having a purpose can keep you grounded through adversity, and keep you focused on a good direction in your life.